Before we get him out there, let's see how he works his magic. This is Gok Wan in action.
Lucy's on her way to looking good naked, but first, I want her to start looking good with her clothes on.
I'm going to nip and tuck you and show you exactly how much extra weight you've been carrying around by what you wear.
Those baggy outfits are just making her look bigger, but there's no need to go under the knife. Instead, she's going under my scissors. Getting the shape you want is all about the cuts.
This is the kind of shape that you need to be wearing. Can you see that? Who's tiny?
Yes.
Who's got a waist?
Me.
Who's got this beautiful expanse of space just here, which is very, very sexy?
Me.
Who's got the best tits in the world right now?
That would be me.
That would be you, absolutely.
By hitching up her hooters, I've managed to completely transform Lucy and give her that Marilyn Monroe hourglass figure. I've even proven to her that she's got a slim waist.
That's Gok making Lucy look lovely. Will you please welcome Mr. Gok Wan?
Take me dancing, naked in the rain, feel it washing over me. Take me dancing, naked in the rain, cover me in ecstasy.
Doesn't Gok look great?
I love you lot.
Yeah, come on.
Gay camaraderie.
Love you. Hey, you look great. You're wearing the skinny jeans that are popular with young people today, and so
I am, absolutely.
Gok. Now, you're from... Is it from Leicester originally?
I'm originally from Leicester.
Leicester.
Yeah.
But Gok is a name, I imagine, which hails from different parts of the world.
Yeah, my dad's from Hong Kong. I'm really nervous, sorry.
Just relax. Gok.
No.
Relax.
Oh, I'm not...
Imagine you're like a fat bird and I'm you, calming you down. You know what I'm saying? Like the way you calm them down.
Fine. Okay, cool.
Okay. So you're born in Leicester, but your father is from Hong Kong.
Dad's from Hong Kong, mum's English.
Okay. So and that's a Chinese name, I guess. Is it? Is it a Cantonese name?
Gok is completely made up, actually.
Oh, really?
My real name is Cohen.
Cohen.
But in Leicester, the dialect, phonetically, they could never get the Cohen. They used to call me Gokin, which then turned into Gherkin. Right. And so then I changed it, because I thought to myself, do you know what, not going to work.
And did you get teased at school by being called Gok?
I mean, I got called everything. Normally, big puff homo.
Right.
But Gok did kind of happen after
So
that.
at school, so what age was it clear that you were camp or you were going to be a gay fellow? What?
I was about 6 years old, and I had a crush on Mr. Leasley. And he used to put his thumbs in his pockets like this. And it wasn't sexual. I used to sit there and think, oh, God, you're so cool. And I suddenly realised when I was 15 it wasn't. It was sexual.
So you got teased at school for being...
Yeah, I mean, a little bit, you know. I mean, more than anything, we were brought up in a council estate in the Midlands in the 80s, and it was, you know, it was quite a tough place.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was overweight, and I was, you know, half Chinese and quite camp. You know, I kind of ticked all the boxes for people to, you know, kind of make fun of.
I would have thought it was a bully's field day when you...
Yeah, kind of. But you know what? You know, I've always been quite a big character anyway, and so I used to hold my own. And
so you could deal with it. How did you deal with it?
You know, I used to use humour. I used to try and use humour. You know, like anyone does, really. You know, you kind of bat the attention away, make fun of yourself as much as you can. But also, I'm very proud of who I am as well.
So hold it. You said you were large. And now there's nothing of you. You're as trim. You're like a runner bean. How big were you when you were young?
At my biggest, I was 21 stone.
Wow.
And a whole lot of chow mein.
That's a lot. That's one big tub of pot noodle, isn't it?
Yeah, no, believe me.
How big is that?
Well,
how old
21 stone. I mean, you bear, I'm about 11 stone 1.
So almost twice.
So, yeah, almost twice my size. I had a 48-inch waist at the biggest.
Wow, that's a big waist.
And I looked like a 6'1" half Chinese ladyboy. I mean, I'm not joking. I looked like a dyke. I was big, and I had breasts, and I grew my hair long for some stupid reason. But I mean, I was big. But you know, the thing is, you know, I was big, and it's a bit crazy to me because this story leaked out into the press because I did an interview and kind of mentioned it, and then suddenly from nowhere it went into the interview, and then everyone wanted to know about it.
How big you were? Yeah.
And you know, and it is, you know, it's a remarkable story. Someone loses 10 stone. It's a big thing.
So how old were you when you were this big, and how did you lose that weight? I
was hefty until I was about 21.
And when did you start getting big?
I was always big.
So you were
came
a big
out of the
baby
womb
as well?
about 400 stone. I mean, I was always
so you were a big kid.
chunky.
That's not you. We found this photograph. You must have been about that. I like that kid.
That is so not me, you But you know what? I have to say, good researchers, because it's very similar.
Well, imagine how hard it was to find a picture with the same glasses as well.
So cute. Aww.
Okay, let's talk about how to look good naked. Because there's a show, and I didn't know what to expect, and I didn't know what to expect of you, but it's a really sweet show, I think. I mean, I haven't watched the whole series, but I've seen several shows. My kids like watching it as well. The girls love watching it, and it seems to be such a healthy and positive message you're sending out there as well. Well, why did you do the show? When did you come up with the idea? Was it your idea, someone else's?
It was a collaboration idea. Channel 4 came to me and said that we've got an idea for a show that we want to film. I did a bit of TV before, just pundit stuff, so sitting on the sofa, talking and chatting and stuff. And anyway, went through a series of different exercises to try and come up with a you know, how can we do a show about fashion, including the word naked, using you? What do you do?
So what, because you knew naked would be a good selling point?
Well, you know, absolutely. I mean, I think that was what was an idea at the very beginning, but also we wanted to strip down what styling is, because what's happened previously is people think that stylists are bitches. Right, people think that all we do is we turn around and say, you're too fat, your tits too big. Yeah. If I went up to a celeb and I was working with an A-lister that came over, yeah, from LA, for instance, and I walked into a hotel room and said, right, I've got this dress for you, but your tits are too big, your ass is too small, your waist is too thick, and you're pig ugly, yeah?
You might not be invited back.
Exactly. I don't think I'm going to be working with that girl again. No. So, you know, and I don't do that for a living. Which one are we talking about?
Was that J-Lo?
Stop it. But, you know, so we wanted to come with an idea that, you know, that's what I do. I mean, I as a stylist, has to go in and work with what's there
and say, this
already.
is your body,
exactly.
You've got bigger hips, but this will really flatter you and make you look good. So
you
already had that,
with it
that
already.
skill.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, you know, which is where, you know, I'm good at that. I can do that. That's my job to do. And, you know, and then everything else kind of happened organically, and we came up with a format. And none of us, absolutely, and I promise you, hand on heart, Jonathan, I did not know it was going to be received the way it has.
Because it's been a big hit, hasn't it?
It's blown up. I mean, it's amazing.
Let me ask something here. When you meet a famous lady who are styling, as opposed to you're doing more kind of like members of the public here who have low body esteem, do they also, when you meet someone who's famous in this situation, are they equally uncomfortable